Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Backbone Podcast, where common sense still makes sense in a world that is sick and only getting sicker. And now we've gotten to the point where you can't go anywhere anymore. You can't go to the mall because you're going to get jumped by 30 people. Well, if you want to call them people. You can't go to the beach. You can't even go on a cruise. You can't go anywhere anymore. And you can't walk down the street without having your head on a swivel, without having to be defensive, because this is a country, this is a world, the Western world, I should say, that has totally submitted to, I can't even say animalistic behavior, just this unpredictable barbarity that's going on, this savagery that is happening in the civilized West, which is succumbing more and more and more to madness, absolute madness. And the madness is coming from the usual suspects. This attack happened on July 30th. I'm calling this IRYNA 2.0 because white women in this country are under attack. The national media is silent. The feminists are silent. Unfortunately, white people are silent. Social media is silent. No one cares. And that woman, that poor girl on the floor there, who was visiting somebody probably in a hospital, maybe her friend had just had a baby and she's happy-go-lucky. She got the shit knocked out of her for no reason. A random attack by a 32-year-old waste, an oxygen sucker named Daquan Shafar Hunt, who is broadcasting videos on his social media with impunity up until now, with glee, with bravado, assaulting and harassing innocent civilians. And the police do nothing. I have been banned for I guess forever off of TikTok because of the questions that I ask and the views that I might have. This guy can post videos of himself on TikTok and on X and on anywhere else of literally attacking people, harming people. And he's still on social media. Tell me that this world isn't crazy. Hunt, who was unprovoked, punched this woman, and we don't know her name. Her identity hasn't been released yet, who was walking down, I guess it's a busy square or busy street. It's called Delworth Sidewalk. I guess there's lots of shops there and stuff. Thursday morning. And he just out of nowhere punches her. The man recorded himself walking down the sidewalk about 10 a.m. Thursday, July 30th. Video that he shared on social media. A woman passes him by across the street from, again, a bunch of Charlotte gift shops. And as he's passing her by, screaming and ranting and raving, he says, and I quote, "Nah, don't wave at me," and then proceeds to punch her in the face. The video, which I'm going to show you, shows the woman lying face up, completely motionless, on the sidewalk as this guy Hunt yells and points his finger in her face. In her hand, she had a small balloon that said, quote, "Get back on your feet soon." How ironic. This woman was taken to the hospital with, as described by medical professionals, as having non-life-threatening injuries. On Friday evening, the victim's family released a brief statement through a spokesperson. Quote, "The victim is home recovering." The family, Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department, said Hunt, 32, was in their custody and receiving medical treatment. What the fuck? Really? He's getting medical treatment? For what? He's the one doing the assaulting. This world's upside down. This is the reason why white people are mocked. This is the reason why the West is such an easy, soft target, because we just cater to this. We want to understand his feelings. We want to know why he's punching white women in the face at random in broad daylight. We want to reason with him. Once released from the hospital, he will be jailed and charged with assault with a deadly weapon for the punch. This, of course, we know that this isn't the first time he's been convicted. This isn't something that has never happened before. According to records, this is the 23rd criminal charge brought against Hunt in the last 14 years. So he's almost had 2 criminal charges per year for the last 14 years, almost. And I want to know, and this is the reason why these laws with judges have to change. I want to know who the judges are that release this vermin into the streets, because they are responsible for this. They are the ones who are responsible for this. The video of this assault was shared on social media account that appears to belong to Hunt. Another video posted on July 29th shows Hunt following a woman near the South End neighborhood until she runs into moving traffic and hides behind stopped cars. So this guy's been a maniac for a long time. In the video and throughout the account, he refers to, quote, July 21st and, quote, Elijah, my son, end quote, in the Delworth attack. He tells the knocked out woman to say Elijah, 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 my son, end quote. Hunt was in 2020 was convicted of shooting into a building and a vehicle with a person inside. The Charlotte Observer first reported this. He has been arrested on charges of assault against women and government officials, trespassing and violating probation and domestic violence orders 8 times in the last 3 years. As we said, in the last 14 years, he's been named in 11 criminal cases in Mecklenburg County alone and in Superior Court. In total, he has 23 charges since 2012. He was charged with assaulting a woman in 2012, but the case was dismissed after the arrest was recalled, of course. In January of 2018, he was charged with 3 criminal counts of violating a domestic violence protective order. Hunt was arrested again in April of 2018 when he failed to appear in court on his assault and violation charges. June of 2019, he was charged with injury to personal property, discharging a gun in the city, discharging a gun in occupied property, and felony probation violations. He pleaded guilty for the probation violations, and the judge found him guilty at a bench trial for firing a gun into occupied property. In 2023, he pleaded guilty for violating probation related to the above charges. In September of 24, he was charged with breaking and entering and injury to personal property. He denied he was guilty of either, but the judge found him guilty on both bench trial. He later pleaded guilty to violating probation on these charges. A year later, he was charged with simple assault, whatever the fuck that means, and disorderly conduct at a terminal. At a train terminal. He was accused of pepper spraying a person on Charlotte area transit system bus in September and banned from, the Charlotte area transit system. I guess you can't take the bus anymore. Hunt pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct at the terminal, and the district attorney dropped the assault charges. How do you drop assault charges when all this guy does is assault people? In November, Hunt was charged with assault of a government official and resisting arrest to an officer. He pled guilty to the assault, and the DA dismissed the resisting charge. District Judge Roy Wiggins sentenced him to 6 days in jail. Time he had already served, of course. In December, he was charged with second-degree trespassing, but the charge was dismissed in February because there was no law enforcement officer to continue the case. You've got to be kidding me. This is insanity. This is absolute failure of the judicial system in this country. You know, everybody always says, these morons like Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity and Glenn Beck, all the usual suspects, Victor David Hanson, all these America morons. They all say we have the greatest system in the world. Really? Look at this guy. You have a district attorney who's dismissing assault charges when this guy has nothing but a history of assault. Then in December, he has his charges withdrawn because there was no law enforcement officer there available to continue the case. This sounds like a banana republic. 4 days later, he's charged with assault with a deadly weapon, communicating threats and carrying a concealed weapon on allegations that he threatened a man with a knife on or near the Gold Line street car in uptown Charlotte. He pled guilty in March to a concealed weapon and assault with a deadly weapon. The emergency district court judge, Joseph Setzer Jr., sentenced him to time served 3 months. Prison records show Hunt never spent any time in prison for the charges he was convicted on. His sentences were either for time served in Mecklenburg County Detention Center or suspended probation. This is a failure of the system. This is a disaster. This is a mockery of the American judicial system. It doesn't work. We're seeing it live right here. Look at that girl. That girl would not be lying on the ground the way she is if this guy had been dealt with properly. And I don't want to hear that, you know, he's mentally ill and he has issues. You know what? He's a waste of oxygen. He doesn't belong on the streets. He belongs under the streets, if you know what I mean. This can't stand. I just don't know what it's going to take for people to finally realize what's going on here. These people, they are not like us. We don't have to live like this. We choose to live like this. We want to live like this. And as I said yesterday, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's not blackpilling. The attacks, the warnings, the violence is here. And it's coming for all of us, and it's coming in hot. This could be anywhere. Charlotte, I've been to Charlotte. Charlotte is a sleepy little, cute little town. It's not a big city. It's nice. It's okay. You never had to worry about stuff like this down there. I mean, I haven't been there in a very long time. So yeah, obviously it's changed. But I used to go to places like San Francisco. San Francisco is beautiful. You can't walk down the street there anymore. Los Angeles, forget it. New York is a disaster. Chicago and Detroit, you're basically risking your life. Texas is going to be the home of Mecca pretty soon. Where is it safe for an American to walk around in anymore? Charlotte has a major problem. Well, America has a major problem. The Western world has a major problem. And it's not white Christian heterosexual males, as the media will lead you to believe. It's guys like Mr. Hunt over here. And here's his infamous video.
Issue, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. You sitting here playing with me, nigga. That's the real issue, nigga. July 21st is the real issue, nigga. July 21st, that's the real issue. Nah, don't wave to me. You still talking? You still talking July 21st? Say Elijah. Say Elijah. Elijah, my son. Motherfucker, you playing? Motherfucker, you playing? Fuck you, bro, nigga. So with that McDonald's shit. So that McDonald's shit, bitch. You wanna run, bitch? You wanna run, motherfucker? Huh? I bet you run again, motherfucker. You said something else? You said something, motherfucker? You said something? You playing, nigga. You fucking playing, nigga. What's up with that McDonald's shit? You Donald Trump, motherfucker, and that other motherfucker who raped my son Elijah, I'ma fucking kill you, nigga. Give a fuck, nigga. You heard what the fuck I said, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Huh? Shut the fuck up, nigga.
This is a civilized world we live in. This is something that you think will just go away if we pray hard enough. No. This is a major league disaster here. We're in big, big trouble. I mean, listen. I don't know what else to tell you anymore. Every day, every single day, when I do this podcast, every day I wake up, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe there won't be anything for me to talk about today. And there always is. And it's always this garbage here. And people accept it. And this won't go anywhere. No one will cover this on the news. It was only in the local papers that I found it in Charlotte that they were covering it. I didn't hear anything about this anywhere on network or national newspapers or national social media. Nowhere. Had this been a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy hitting a person of color, this would have been national news. We would have been saturated by it for the last 2 weeks. Saturated. But we all know why. We all know why it's not being covered anywhere else but here and on a few social media posts. It's not fatigue anymore, people. It's out and out war now. That could be your sister, that could be your mom, that could be anybody that you know. It's coming for all of us. Act accordingly. Be ready. I hate to say it, but it's them or us, and I choose us. And that's my 2 cents. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Remember, my friends, Satan is always busy. Be a man and have a backbone, because masculinity and common sense are worth standing up for. And remember, if it ends in an ism, it's a mental disorder. Be safe. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.